Alright, hello and welcome to Echoes of Color with Jeffery Morrison. How's it going? We're going to do another whip and chat with Diamond Art Club, So Many Books, So Little Time by Randall Spangler. Alright, we're right around here, the bookmark. Yeah, row 6. Diamond shaped square, 22 inches by 43 inches, 56 centimeters by 109 centimeters. 53 colors, including 2 ABs, which stands for Aurora Borealis. And they're an iridescent coated type of drill that sparkles a little brighter than that of regular drills. Anything under color code or DMC code, 150 is considered an AB from Diamond Art Club. Alright, how's it going? Hopefully you're having tons of fun. Happy Easter. As I mentioned that it was Good Friday. It's still Good Friday. This is the second whip and chat for today. Yeah, I'll probably just stop at 2 for now. See how it goes. Yeah, I had no particular schedule to record and post. I'll just work on this brown here while we're just hanging out. Yeah, 3782. Yeah, just pages of the book. Yeah, blue book, green book, part of a purple book. Books in the background, and this is a fancy bookmark of some sort. So that's about this section. Alright, yep. Hope your crafting, diamond painting, and other hobbies are going well. If you're just hanging out, that's pretty cool too. Nice to have you. Alright. So we'll just start from the bottom here. Fill in this 3782. Oops. Okay. And we'll just see how much further I can get through in this half hour that we get to hang out together. That'd be wonderful. It's always fun. Yeah, just looks like a pretty windy, cloudy day. Yeah, the sun's been trying to come out, but it's not raining by any means, so yeah, it's just a half decent Good Friday. I have nothing planned for Easter. It's just another Friday for my family, so yeah, I'm just kind of chilling. There's nothing open, but well, I might go for a Tim Hortons run later, but to get coffee, because I think Tim Hortons would be open. But Tim Hortons or McDonald's, that kind of thing. Maybe like fast food joints, but stores and stuff, yeah. Banks, post office, yeah, no mail today. Yeah, and then it's the weekend, so yeah. Some stuff would be open again on the weekend, I suppose. And closed again on Monday, maybe. I don't know. It's holidays, I just kind of glaze over. I've basically had them off from work, so that sounds like a normal kind of practice. No, I hope most people have Good Friday off, but if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But whoa, some sort of large bird headed for the roof. Probably a crow. Yeah, I just seen a bird with a large wingspan, and it was dark colored, very briefly, through the window here in the studio. Okay, yeah, it's a very light brown color here. Yeah, it's in the brown family. It's just a very light. Yeah, I'll just keep going up. Oh, excuse. Had to sneeze there. Oh dear. Again, I'll just climb this staircase of forward slash here. Just hover this symbol. Yeah. I watched part of a Super Mario 64 speedrun. It was a 120 star run. So, I don't know. Super Mario 64 was on the N64 in 1996. Yeah, it's an old game, but I think he was playing it, the speedrunner was playing it on PC as like an emulator, so he could reset and stuff. But this was a no reset run, so he just kind of went with the time that he ended up with, almost 2 hours, to get 120 stars. So I don't know, those speedruns can be amazing. Just like the acrobatics that Mario can do, like the wall kicks and all that, and the long jumps, flips, yeah. All just to kind of get the power stars and just whip through the game as much as possible. Yeah, he was collecting 100 coins in each of the, I think it's 15 courses in the game. Yeah, I think he just kept going back to the same world until he got all the stars and the coin star. So like 6 stars each. Yeah. 6 or 7 star power stars in each stage. Or painting. I think it's in like the Peach's castle. It's like the worlds are like paintings or something that Mario jumps into. Yeah, so quit the game. Rainbow Ride looks like a nightmare. It's just in the sky, and it's just like platforms spread out, and you ride a magic carpet on for a couple components to get a couple power stars. And there were timers for like certain triangle pyramid platforms that were on a timer, and they'd revert back to pyramid if the timer were to run out. Oh yeah, I was getting flashbacks of just playing that level at one point when I was younger. I was starting to get the heebie-jeebies. It's like, oh yeah, this level, oh no. It's coming back to me. I never completely ended up getting 120 stars. I've never beaten Super Mario 64, but I do have an N64. I'm just like tempted to plug it in and just like play some Mario 64. But Bomb Battlefield, yeah, I can fully complete that one. And I think there was like a... Oh, I think that's the same level. Yeah, the Bomb Battlefield I can completely get. There's like the wing cap and stuff levels. It's one of the secret power stars in the castle. Yeah, when you activate the red cap switch to get 8 coins using the wing cap power up that you get introduced to. There's invincibility. Metal Mario. Yeah, that's one of the caps as well. One of the power caps that Mario has. Yeah, because Mario can walk underwater, except he's like metal. So any like ocean currents kind of thing, and he's resistant to poison gases because there's a kind of mine cave kind of level where there's toxic gas, and I guess if you have the metal cap, you can just casually saunter through that part of the level. So yeah, I played the old school way. Yeah, not really a speedrunner, or not as speedrunner. But yeah, I love watching speedruns. It's just constant practice, time and time again, perfecting that you can glitch through parts of the castle in the game, like the crouching go backwards up the certain flights of stairs to shortcut to the Bowser, one of the Bowser boss stages. Yeah. Yeah, this speedrunner was getting like 2 or 3 power stars at a time. They're just, once he got 100 coins, he was right next to a power star from like the 8 coins or something. Yeah, they show up in a certain spot in each of the stages, and different spot in each of the stages. And yeah. Now I know you're constantly watching like the same levels and stuff, the same material, but yeah, everybody does the speedrun a bit differently. Yeah. Everybody does the levels in a certain order. Well, I guess to unlock parts of the castle, you do certain levels. Yeah. You kind of just casually go through the game at a rapid pace. I think there's Ocarina of Time at speedruns as well, but there are different categories. I believe to do these speedruns. So. Yeah, it's pretty cool that you can play Nintendo games on PC, but it's not really the N64 game cartridge. It's just like a digital emulation of the game, but it's the same game. Yeah. But yeah, there are like specific speedrun timers, and there are time stamps and all that the speedrunner's trying to beat or meet the times to balance out the run, to kind of pace the run so that they meet their specific time goal depending on the objective. So for the Mario 64 one, he was doing 120 star. So, and he, yeah, as I said, under like a couple hours. There's, I think, a 16 star run. I guess just you collect 16 of any star in a certain amount of time. So that's bound to take way less time. Inside half an hour maybe, to maybe get like 16 stars. Yeah, I don't know how they come up with these categories, but I think speedrunner just played the game so much, like casually when it came out, then they just kind of found shortcuts or something over time. And then any glitches in the game, like wall glitches and stuff, yeah, were kind of mentioned, possibly. I think the internet was in its infancy, or Oh, no, a bit along. So, probably like online strategy or walkthroughs were kind of minimal at that time. I could be wrong. But yeah, there are some individuals who like posted just complete walkthroughs of levels or scenarios in video games or solutions to puzzles in Silent Hill, for example. Yeah, I've looked up stuff for the original Silent Hill game to get through a part. So Ocarina of Time would be like the same thing. I'd be looking for just a rough outline of what I have to like do. I got lost in Ocarina of Time after the Great Deku Tree. Find a game not to be. I lose all excitement of playing a game like that if I have like no clue what I'm doing after. And just relying on dialogue from the characters to tell you where to go, and then not playing the game for a chunk of time and coming back to it and not having a clue just doesn't help either. Oh, excuse me. So I've never really fully made it through Ocarina of Time. Excuse me. There we go. I thought I did like the upper right hand facing color there. Alright, I'll put 3782 away. Well, I don't really speedrun, but I enjoy watching speedruns. It's just finishing the game in like the lowest time possible. There are like timers that you can download and stuff off the internet or some sort of software or something that keeps track of your time goals, creates timestamps or whatever. I don't know too much about it, but yeah. It's a system you can reset as you play. Yeah, a lot of streamers have a speedrun timer. It's usually on the bottom right hand corner of the stream, so you know that it is definitely a speedrun. Or the speedrunner's practicing, not actually going through a run, but the timer's just there just in case they want to do a run anytime on the fly during a stream. So yeah, kind of stuff I'm fascinated in. But I myself, yeah, I don't imagine speedrunning anytime. 642. Yeah, I think I already did 642, so I'll just grab a few drills out of the container. Yeah, I have a feeling I did 642 already. Memory is just so garbled. Yeah, so I'm a pretty casual player. When I do pick up a game controller, I just casually go through the levels. I like struggling a bit, but yeah, if I'm like just totally feeling like I'm accomplishing nothing in a gameplay session, I'm going to start looking stuff up and just going through the game that way, or that component of the game, that segment of the game. Yeah, there are strategy guides now. Like there's a Tears of the Kingdom strategy guide that I saw at GameStop the other day. So it's a thick, juicy sucker. So, but I could kind of see they'd give you like a brief guideline of what you should be doing to get through the game, but Tears of the Kingdom does have a kind of freedom of play kind of mentality to it. Like, you can solve a temple or a puzzle or climb up a high wall or something, or get across a chasm, for example, multiple ways. You just kind of find different solutions to get over these obstacles, and it's still considered solving the puzzles. So the strategy guide was shrink wrap, so I couldn't just like look into it. But there are strategy guides there if you're just having trouble. I had a Kingdom Hearts strategy guide for the PlayStation 2. I played through the game. Yeah, I made it to the end, and then looked in the strategy guide to get all the 101 Dalmatians and, yeah, 100% it. Yeah, I looked that kind of stuff up, but I experienced the game just on my own and got the strategy guide later to get through it, so... I don't like having the strategy guide sitting there beside me and then play through the game. I only have a guide to the game if I were just in a really sticky situation and close the strategy guide or whatever and just try to play through the rest of the game without the strategy guide open beside me, so... Yeah, I think I have like a Final Fantasy 15 strategy guide. I have a couple strategy guides, but yeah. The Kingdom Hearts one was one of the first strategy guides that I owned. So. I know. I find that the strategy guides are too detailed. Like, if it were a Final Fantasy game, you'd kind of can just visually see through the whole game in like a small guide. Just kind of yikes the excitement there. So I try to avoid spoilers that way. I don't like that component of strategy guides, but they are handy in a pinch. Nothing wrong with them. Like, hey, bashing. Hey, use a strategy guide if you want to use a strategy guide in a game that you're having trouble. That's what they're there for, but it just really kills the game experience if you just end up looking far ahead in the strategy guide beyond where you are, and you see the ending of the game or something. Like major story components or plot components. I recommend playing through a game first, but yeah, with the exception of the getting stuck idea in your first playthrough, that's fine. Yeah. Get help, yeah, with that part of the game, and then, yeah, just try to enjoy it the rest of the game without getting spoiled. But, yeah, you know, stuff happens, yeah. Some things you probably just can't figure out sometimes. That's fine. That's fine. The game's supposed to be challenging. But yeah, I will say there's like a difference between challenging and not knowing what you're supposed to do next, or how you're supposed to figure something out. Yeah. I think those are two very different parallels. Yeah, if you're struggling through a game like a hard boss or something, if it's a role-playing game, RPG, like Final Fantasy kind of thing, or if an enemy's too strong, you usually have to level up if it's an RPG. Yeah. Get higher hit points and all that, or just better weapons, accessories, etc. If it's kind of like a puzzle game, it probably just, you have to be patient and find a different way to solve the problem, or solve the puzzle, or overcome the obstacle. Legend of Zelda, yeah, Tears of the Kingdom, I think it's explained a little better, and you have a map throughout the adventure. that you can constantly refer to. Ocarina of Time had a map, but you kind of had to not be falling asleep during character interactions, or characters kind of told you where to go blatantly. It's not like I was sleeping in front of the TV when I was having these character interactions, but playing a game like that and you have like no progress kind of journal throughout the game, some sort of record of progress to explain where you have been and what you have done in a previous gaming session. Coming back to the game without an idea of what's going on is not really kills the fun for me in a video game. Yeah, it was N64. Yeah, Zelda had made that was Legend of Zelda's first jump to 3D. It was innovative at the time. So that was an awesome step forward. Don't get me wrong. I'm not dissing Ocarina of Time. No, it's still considered a masterpiece for a lot of people. It's a legendary game. It moved The Legend of Zelda in a positive direction. Yeah, moved it to the 3D realm. Don't get me wrong. So did Mario 64. So I'm not bashing older games for that reason, but I'm just saying that, yeah, hints and tips were not integrated into Ocarina of Time for future accessibility. Like, where to go specifically in the game if you haven't played for a while, kind of thing. Probably in Final Fantasy 16 or new games like that, you can kind of go into the pause menu and kind of get a summary of what has happened in the game, or what happened in the game, or where you are progressing in the game. Kind of synopsis of what's been going on that you can like refresh your memory. That's kind of what I'm alluding to with Ocarina of Time kind of thing. You would have almost had to write down where exactly you're supposed to go, like at that time, and probably just had like a notepad with you, because the game would certainly not be doing that for you. Way back when. 97, 98, 1997, 98. I could be wrong. When Ocarina of Time came out, like the original. I don't know if... I think Super Mario 64 was the release title for the N64. But that's something you could look up, that I could look up anytime and actually get a straight answer for without struggling. But yeah. But anyway, you've been watching Echoes of Color with Jeffery Morrison. Down below in the description, I put the main website links for Conqueror and Pacer, just two fitness kind of incentive apps, or websites in the case that's down in the description. I'm not affiliated or partnered, it's just something I do daily, just to go towards earning medals, just completing various virtual challenges, various world locations, etc., etc. So, totally optional. Yeah, I'm not trying to sell you anything. Yeah, it's just something I do. Any updates regarding Echoes of Color here, however, will be on YouTube. Yeah, just type in @Echoes of Color in the search bar on YouTube, and you'll be directed to my channel page, or if you found me via the channel page, look in the community tab, and that's where my past posts have been for at least this canvas and a previous canvas, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so that kind of thing. But anyway, take care, all the best, happy Easter, and I'll see you around soon, hopefully. Bye.